At the last game of the evening at the Northwest Regional Games here this weekend, day one, we are going to see a matchup between Rose City Wheels of Justice going up against Happy Valley Roller Derby. Happy Valley having played earlier today against Arizona. That exchange ended up with, I believe, Happy Valley beating out Arizona.
I believe that is the case by 55 points, if I saw that correctly.
Correct. So we will now see a matchup between the number 1 seed and the number 8 seed in this tournament. So it'll be an interesting game to end this Friday evening on. So who do we have on the roster for the Wheels of Justice?
Rose City Wheels of Justice tonight. Number 0, Zip. Number 10, OMG WTF. Number 21, Stan. Number 210, Tenacity. Number 23, Gal. Number 24, Beans. Number 247, Mia Palau. Number 28, Ashley Nesbitt Smith. Number 316, Eve Annie Helical. Number 340, Bonnie Thunders. Number 401, Tarantula. Number 65, Simonis. Number 700, Spring Roll. Number 757, Morgan Levy. Number 77, Lauren Much. Coached this evening by Kyle and Rolls.
Awesome. And on the Happy Valley side, who is playing in white tonight, we have number 000, Booty Queen. Number 12, Cookie. 131, Kickin' Assets. 2113, Pearl of the Scars. Number 223, Valkyrie Vixen. 252, Bam Bam. 261, Carpe Jugulum. 3460, Churingwa. Number 700, Triple X. 717, Aerial Assault. Number 8, Suki Slap House. 801, Orange Crusher. 831, Busy Hummingbird. 92, Katzenjammer. Number 999, Blowjob. They are being coached by Ass Coach, Slam Vibes, Reckless, Mommy Mary, and Oxytocin.
Just over a minute remaining here before first whistle. Teams are all huddled up, doing their cheers and getting prepped for this game.
We want to also give a shout out to our skating officials this evening and our non-skating officials who are going to be keeping track of Game 6. Queen of Catitude, Dairy Hair. Joss, Silken Tofu, Danger Muffin, Decider, Bon Appetit, Mike Some Noise, Dysentery, Andy Oakley, Lemon Stinger, Umpire Strikes Back, Don Scorleone, Adam Splitter, Elemental, Breadpool, Doesn't Matter, Mary Chaos, and Dilly Gaff. Winding down to the last few seconds before it's time to derby. And let's get ready to rumble. 5-second call on the track here. Who do we have on the track? That'll be Lauren Much going up against Carpe Jugulum for Happy Valley. Everybody just speeding up here. Looks like Carpe Jugulum is playing a little bit with Lauren Much before running up and hopping through the inside lane, gaining lead jammer position here for Happy Valley. Lauren Much close behind now, having broken through on their initial.
Happy Valley in the pack going for the quick call off. Looks like they were able to pick up just 1 point. Holding Rose scoreless in that jam.
Which is pretty difficult to do. I mean, drawing first blood like that, 1 point on the board here for Happy Valley. They are super stoked on that. But let's see what jam number 2 brings us viewers here in person and on Twitch. Looks like Bonnie Thunders is taking the track, going up against Busy Hummingbird. Busy running up through the front here, but trying to be pretty much being held back bit by Rose City. Bonnie Thunders being held back by Happy Valley and knocked to the outside lane and recycled by Suki.
Suki.
And we do see Busy being recycled to the back of the pack just as Bonnie Thunders is out with lead. Quickly coming back around to score some points here. Happy Valley preparing for the return of Bonnie Thunders. Bonnie Thunders trying for the outside lane, tries to cut through the in. 1 more to beat and out with 4 points for Rose City, Wheels of Justice. You see Busy still working through and knocked to the outside. Being recycled back by Rose and being escorted into a nice tripod.
Both teams holding solid tripods, keeping the jammers back.
A lot of work being done here in the next turn here at the apex. Bonnie Thunders working the outside, cutting to the in. Few more to beat and pushes their way through. Another 4 points on the board for the Wheels of Justice. We do see Simona's being sent to the 187 penalty box.
Happy Valley now with the blocker advantage.
Happy Valley having a hard time containing Bonnie Thunders here with the added stress of the offense being run here by Wheels of Justice. Looks like this will be a bit of a, not a bit, a lot of a jam here. Full 2 minutes being done here. Looks like 12-point jam for the Wheels of Justice, bringing them up to 12 to the Happy Valley 1 here. Just 2 jams in.
Both sets of blockers spread wide. Noticed each jam so far rather than piling up either at the front, the S1 pivot line, or
the
Rydell
Skates jammer line.
Jammer line, they're taking a nice dispersed start to every jam. Zip picking up lead for Rose City.
Zip working the outside lane, spins around and out with 4 points on the track here. Triple X now the jammer of record for Happy Valley, having taken the star. Zip coming around for another scoring pass. No pack called as the pack has been spread far too wide here.
Zip able to zip around the outside. Sure, that's not the first time that punt has been made.
And it will not be the last.
Zip picked up a penalty.
Ooh. What was that? Was it a cut call?
If I see that properly, that is a cut call. Right there in turn 2. It's power jam now for Happy Valley.
Indeed. That means Lex has some time here to make some points here. Trying to work their way through the last few blockers, but it looks like number 24, Beans, recycles them back, trying to escort them back into a nice tripod here. Just basically being run back for their efforts once more.
Zip back out of the penalty box.
Getting some encouragement from the crowd. Lex is being given some words of encouragement before they get knocked to the outside lane. Looks like 3 penalties assessed. All 3 blockers from Rose City being sent to the 187 penalty box.
They were out of play to the rear. Ump warned them with the hand in the air that they were out of play. They continued to engage and not reform, and each were called for a failure to return, if I saw that properly.
Yeah, and the box is full, so Tarantula will need to stay on the track and then serve their time once there is a spot for them. So don't be fooled.
It's the official timeout.
Game number 6 being sponsored by the Bad News Beaters. Celebrating 20 years on the track, Bad News Beaters is one of Arizona Roller Derby's home teams. They came together in 2004 and have been knocking it out of the park ever since. Catch them at their next game on August 17th at Ability 360 in Phoenix. Nice little return to old stomping grounds.
It's a fantastic venue. I've had the opportunity to skate there.
It's nice.
Not quite as nice as this one for hosting a big tournament, though.
Indeed. And on the track here, we see Lauren Mudge going up against Glowjob for Happy Valley. Glowjob now working the front of the pack, but it looks like both packs now just kind of running into each other. Who is going to get out first? Why, that's Lauren Mudge, of course. Lauren Mudge out with lead, but Glowjob now getting some offensive assist here from Happy Valley and is out on their initial.
Tarantula off to the box to serve the penalty from the previous jam.
Both Rose City blockers returning, it looks like Tenacity and Simonis.
Much with great track awareness, was able to get the jam called off before Happy Valley was able to pick up any points. It was a narrow thing, 3-0 on that pass.
Gorgeous. 3 points on the board here for Wheels of Justice, bringing them up to 27. Happy Valley at 4 with 23 minutes left in this first half of the final game of Friday evening.
Rose City blockers are lined up on the Rydell Skates jammer line. Play has started. Valkyrie Vixen is lead for Happy Valley.
Just so fast, trying to beat out Evangelical, who is on their tail, trying to bring the fury and catch up with them. Putting these OPRs to work, really.
OPRs are working very hard as pack speed was fast. Happy Valley able to pick up 2 points on that pass, 2-0.
That is nothing to sniff at. So 27 Woj, 6 points, Happy Valley. Give a little more noise for these two teams who are giving you a hell of a game in the last game of the night. And off we go. We have Bonnie Thunders on the track going against Bam Bam for Happy Valley. Bonnie Thunder is working their way up the track and gets assist from Beans, who leaves them a nice open lane on the inside track, out with lead. Bam Bam trying to find their own way through. As we see the return of Bonnie Thunders to make some points here. Beans running some more offense. Bonnie Thunders out on the outside lane. 4 points in the air for Bonnie Thunders. Bam Bam trying to work the outside themselves here. Ooh. The captain for Happy Valley knocks Bonnie Thunders to the inside lane, escorting them back into their tripod, but does get out of that tripod of Happy Valley. Happy Valley trying to run some offense, but Wheels of Justice really just kind of working with them to keep Bam Bam back. Bonnie Thunder is now working the front of the pack again for another scoring pass. This is their third scoring pass, bringing them to 12 points on the board.
Happy Valley blockers really transitioning well from defense, trying to do their absolute best to hold Bonnie Thunders back, but then transitioning quickly into offense.
Suki just taking a big old breather because they had just been past the star to take over the duties that Bam Bam had previously had. But Bonnie calls it before they're able to do anything. So 16 points on the board for Woj, bringing them to 43 to Happy Valley 6. Give more noise for these two teams. I want to hear more screaming. And off we go, zip through the center of the track, out with lead against aerial assault, who is trying to get past this blocker contingent of Gallifrey, Simonis, and Stan the Woman.
Kick and asset sent to the box with a high block, giving Rose City the blocker advantage.
A nice solid tripod here for Rose City. Meanwhile, Zip hopping the apex, earning themselves a nice 4-point up in the air. Gal running some offense for Zip, who eases their way through the hole that was made by their offense. Looks like Ariel is still trying to work on that tripod, which is holding fast on them. Zip going around them, knocking them off balance. Pivot for Happy Valley is now running some offense. We do see aerial assault with star in hand, but the pivot seems to be a little preoccupied with holding down the tripod. Zip then decides to call it, having made, what was that, 12 points?
2 final points, that'd make it, 14-0 in the last jam.
Yeah, you are correct. 14 points in the air for Wheels of Justice, bringing them up to 57 to Happy Valley 6. And on the track, we have Spring Roll going up against Carpe Jugulum. Spring Roll out on the outside lane, almost gets knocked out by number 3460 from Happy Valley. Carpe Jugulum trying to find some room through that tripod, breaks the seam, takes down number 247, the pivot for Wheels of Justice. O was run successfully. Carpe Jugulum out on the outside lane, trying to catch up to Spring Roll, who's coming around for a second scoring pass.
Solid call off for the opposing jammer, got back to the pack. 3 additional points for Rose.
All right. Got a little shout out in the chat from Quinn Monson saying, Lex with the hit out, she slays. Indeed.
Indeed.
Everybody just ganging up here on the S1 pivot line. We do see Lauren Much push their way through the inside lane out with lead. We do see Katzenjammer now trying to work through, trying to follow their O, but Lauren Much out on the outside lane. 4 points in the air. Katzenjammer trying to see if they can find some room through that tripod and pushes successfully, but is being now recycled into that tripod. Tripod just reforming like an amoeba. Some offense being run here from Happy Valley to see if they can shake up that wall, but it's holding fast. Meanwhile, Lauren Much coming around for a scoring pass.
Untouched around the outside of turn 2.
That is correct. We are seeing some jammer on jammer oh right there, but does get knocked to the outside lane by 757 Morgan Levy. Hear a lot of dissent in the crowd.
A lot of dissent. It's a cut call coming in on Lauren Much, making it a power jam for Happy Valley.
Full 2 minutes on the track here. We have 45 seconds left for Happy Valley to run all the O they can. Looks like Booty Queen is being sent to the 187 penalty box for their efforts.
Second penalty for that particular blocker this jam.
That's all right, just as long as it's not more than that. Yeah, it's fine. We do see the return of Lauren Much onto the track after being released from the box. A little bit of an hit-out attempt here from Happy Valley, but kind of knocked them out in the process. Lauren Much out with another 4 points on the board. Do you see another blocker from Happy Valley going to the 187 penalty box? So this next jam, they'll be down 2, so it's a 4-2 packet advantage for Wheels of Justice. It's like 16 points there made by Lauren Much, keeping Happy Valley at 6 to Woj's 80.
Started the jam here. Bonnie Thunder's wearing the star for Rose. And she quickly picks up lead jammer status. Busy with star in hand for Happy Valley. Recycled to the inside all the way back to the jammer line. Bonnie Thunder's completing her first scoring pass, 4-0.
Nisbet Smith tried to stop Busy from getting out, but Busy out on their initial, I believe, and coming around for a score. But Bonnie Thunders calls the jam, having made, how many points was that? I would say
7.
7, yeah. 3 in the air after that last one. So yeah, 7 points made by Bonnie Thunders. 87 Wheels of Justice, 6 points Happy Valley. Our producer did point out that if Wheels of Justice gets lead, on average they're scoring 12 points or higher. So they're definitely, putting themselves to work here.
More fantastic work by Rose Zip, straight down the outside line for a quick lead pickup. Already back around and in their first scoring pass.
Glow job with star in hand, passes off the jammer duties over to Jugs, who is with speed running around the Wheels of Justice blockers. Both got taken out, so they're good to stand back up and come back around. Zip being told by their crowd to call it, and they do. They listened. It's a little hard sometimes to hear, but Zip listened.
Listened, and excellent timing to get that call off in before any points were scored.
That is correct. 4 points in the air for Wheels of Justice, bringing them up to 91, edging them closer to the century mark here. Happy Valley at 6 with 12 minutes left in this first half. Looks like we are off to the races here. Valkyrie Vixen going up against Evangelical. Evangelical being held to the back of the pack between a 2-blocker contingent here for from Happy Valley. Looks like Vixen working the front of the pack here, working on a tripod that's just kind of stuffing the inside lane, not allowing them much daylight here. But the packs are now running into each other, so that shakeup does allow Evangelical through with the lead.
In the meantime, Valkyrie Vixen has recycled back around turn 3, reapproaching the pack.
Wheels of Justice holding back Valkyrie Vixen here at the Bridal Skates jammer line now. Evangelical pushing their way up, but Happy Valley just trying to contain them here. A nice solid pinch for Evangelical, who tries to spin through it, but does have to kind of work for it, I think. What do you think?
Getting bumped to the inside quite a bit. Fancy footwork, but not quite enough to slip through. Now penalties coming in and a jam call-off. That's 4 final points for Rose. That was a forearm penalty. That was assessed to Booty Queen on Happy Valley. 4-0 in that last jam for Rose City.
Shout outs from the Twitch. Tsunami Mani giving a shout out to Bonnie. Bonnie is the GOAT. And then Shrimple Nipples said, heavy metal scream, glow job. A lot of words were said.
You go for a heavy metal scream. I like that. Cookie being sent on the penalty box to join Booty Queen, giving Rose a 2-blocker advantage. They're making good use of that. 4 points down for Lauren Much with the lead, coming back around for another 4.
Shout out from the chat to the refs. We do love our officials, and if you want a full list of our officials, our producer is giving you the link to go check out and see who has been officiating so far. Lauren Much busts through the pack, out with 4 points. We do see the return of the blocker Cookie to the track for Happy Valley to run some offense here against Lauren Much. Lauren Much knocked to the inside lane. Do hear a whistle being called. Looks like penalty was assessed to the Happy Valley Jammer. So Lauren Much calls it. We're going to start with the power start in this next jam. 16 points on the board made by Wheels of Justice. Hitting the century mark, we are now at 111 to Happy Valley 6 with 8.5 minutes left in the first half. I think that deserves a bit of a drink, maybe.
I would drink to that.
Cheers to everyone in Twitch and in person. Shout out from Sloth Reeds. Go Happy Valley from Sloth in Florida.
Jugs there was given the warning by Dawn Scorleone for being out of position there at the beginning of the jam. She had to yield. Did that successfully. Bonnie Thunder's, though, able to make really good use of the confusion that always causes, nearly always anyway. She is lead and through for 4 points.
Yep. Wheels of Justice maintaining at least a couple of blockers to the back to kind of keep that pack separated enough for make less work for Bonnie Thunders here. We do see the return of the jammer for Happy Valley. We do see a star pass from the previous jammer over to Jugs.
Star pack successful.
Jugs now with star on their helmet. Just as Bonnie Thunders is assessed a cut track and is heading to the 187 penalty box. So this is a power jam for Happy Valley. Jugs out with 4 points on the board, breaking the no score streak that they've been going on.
Jugs with eyes on her bench coach, getting some direction as she comes back into the pack. And now it's time to capitalize on the opportunity.
You see Bonnie Thunder standing in the box, so we should see the return of Bonnie Thunder soon. And off they go, returning back onto the track, about to meet up with the Happy Valley Tripod, who is ready to go. Jugs trying to work the front of the pack, trying to push them far away from the other tripod that's working to hold back Bonnie, but we've reached the natural conclusion of the 2-minute jam here. And let's see how many points shake out from that. Happy Valley having made some points on the board here. 8 points, bringing them up from 6 to 14. 12 points for Wheels of Justice, bringing them up to 123.
Both jammers were able to pick up all 4 points in that last pass as they were cycling through around. Zip able to pick up lead jammer status. She did take a tumble there right in turn 1.
Comes with speed.
Comes with speed and a nice little bump from Happy Valley, but it wasn't enough to put her out of play. She didn't.
Oof, that was,
though, knocked out to the outside of turn 1, having to recycle all the way to the back.
It was questionable, but they are still on the track.
In the meantime, aerial assault with the star off, able to get through the pack and able to apply the pressure, having Zip call off the jam with another 4 points before she did so.
Suki giving their jammer words of encouragement as they did indeed get out. Little love from Happy Valley from one teammate to another. You know, sometimes you just got to shake it out.
Everybody lining up there on the S1 pivot line.
Who's going to get out first? I don't know. Everybody running offense. But Busy is being held to the back of the pack here by Tarantula. Who else is there? Looks like Nisbet Smith and the pivot. I can't see who they are. But Spring Roll is out and coming around. Trying for the inside, trying for the out. Has one more, two more. Nope, never mind. That tripod really did form right back up in front of Spring Roll. Now 2 to beat, but is knocked to the outside lane and recycled back. But Beans trying to stop the run back here. And that allows Spring Roll some time to run through the inside lane, picking up 4 points here for Wheels of Justice.
Pack went from extended to collapsed all at once.
Yeah.
Now spread wide again, all the way to the edge of the engagement zone. 4 more points going to Rose.
It's like a rubber band. You don't want to stretch out the rubber band too far or then it breaks the pack. So gotta keep the rubber band within a reasonable distance or else Spring Roll will get out as they did right now.
That's exactly what happened. All 3 Happy Valley blockers taking themselves out of play too far forward, giving up their 3 final points.
Shout out from Tsunami Mommy on Twitch saying Tarantula is a beast. And they're not wrong.
Not wrong at all. Spring Roll was in the pack, picked up 3 final points. So Jam Ref was going to confirm points from the outside. That made 15 points on the jam.
Everybody setting up at the S1 pivot line. Whistle indicates the start. Here we see Lauren Much on the track going a bit against Kotsun Jama. Kotsun being held to the back of the pack. You see OMG WTF being sent to the 187 penalty box. So
forearm penalty there.
Those pesky forearms. Let's do away with them. We don't need forearms. Lauren Much coming around for a scoring pass here. Spinning around, breaking through the seam. A little bit of a spill here and gets knocked to the inside lane. But Rose City working double time and hitting out that blocker who had hit out Lauren Much. But Happy Valley quick on recycling Lauren Much. We do see the return of OMG to the track. Seeing if they're going to run some offense here. Meanwhile, Simonis and I believe Morgan Levy working on keeping back Kotsunjama. Tripod reforming in front of them and recycling them back. Lauren Much taking a little bit of a spill, getting recycled back by Suki. We do see Kotsunjama knocking down Gallifrey, earning them a back block. And now they have to report to the 187 penalty box. This is a power jam that has now turned into a power start, as Lauren Much had just called the jam as they went to the box. So, timeout being called by the Happy Valley coach.
Looks like that's turning into an official review.
So let's give them a second to convene and assess what just happened in that last jam that warranted this official review. If you haven't yet, go check out the raffle. We have quite the selection of prizes to win, which will be announced at halftime, one of them being an MVP pass to RollerCon this year.
That is valuable.
Indeed. Saves you a lot of money if you just put down $5 for a raffle ticket. Who knows? You might be the lucky winner.
Looks like there's going to be a rotating selection of items every day. And drop in a ticket.
Happy Valley official review requesting an additional illegal exit penalty on purple 1-0.
And footage will be reviewed to see if that call will be retained. So while we wait for that assessment, let's look at the raffle items. Apart from the MVP RollerCon pass, we also are going to see Old Bones Therapy prizes valued at $30. Art prints from Create and Skate Factory, ABCs of Historical Black History by Taiwana Harry, manicure and pedicure from Lisa Hummel Nails, and Chipotle gift cards. So go put down your money, see what you win. We will be calling those prizes at halftime.
Looks like the officials are nearly wrapped up with the official review. Have an update here from UMP in just a moment.
No additional penalty will be assessed.
All right.
You not retained.
All right, so Happy Valley does not retain that review. We will resume the action here momentarily. According to our producer, Rose City has had lead jammer 14 out of the 17 jams, so they're putting their jammers to work.
And the score definitely reflects that. I think it's interesting to see that Happy Valley has the 14 points from the 3 jams that they have gotten lead. Not necessarily that those points came from those 3 jams, but that they've been able to score that many in just 3 jams of having lead.
Well, Happy Valley did come to play here. Despite the seeding, it looks like Happy Valley is holding their own against Wheels of Justice. Bonnie Thunder is coming up, trying to move past this tripod, which was pushed out of bounds, so they're out of play. Bonnie Thunder's out with 4 points. Kotson Jammer being recycled to the inside, comes back around, tries to see if they can find some room through, pushes through Wheels of Justice a little bit, getting taken to the outside lane. Pivot for Wheels of Justice being assessed a penalty and sent to the 187 penalty box.
If I saw that properly, that was a blocking with the head penalty.
Sometimes that happens. You know, you get a little too involved in your block and some pesky limb has to get in the way. But Bonnie Thunder is out with another scoring pass here. Kotson Jammer just had gotten out of the pack and thought they were through, but is sent to the penalty box for their efforts. I believe that may have been a back block, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. That's what I saw. And the officials did as well.
Power jam leading into a power start for Wheels of Justice, just as halftime is called. So, at the end of that jam, we had a 20-point jam from Bonnie Thunders, bringing up Wheels of Justice to 170, keeping Happy Valley at 14 points, 14 well-earned points here. So stick around. We will return from halftime to the second half of the final game of the Friday evening set of the Northwestern Regional Games this weekend. Also stick around and have your raffle tickets ready. We will be announcing the winners of the fabulous prizes we announced earlier. So keep your raffle tickets handy. We will be announcing that soon.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
Hi, this is Dan from S1 Helmets. We're in the testing lab today testing our new shock-absorbing sizing liners, the RAD liners. RAD foam reduces, absorbs, and disperses energy. With the creation of the RAD liners, we sought to change the single purpose of a traditional sizing liner and not only make it a sizing liner, but also a sweat absorber and impact reducer. S1 RAD liners feature our proprietary special blend of foam that add an additional layer of impact reduction built into the sizing liner that reduce, absorb, and disperse impact energy away from the head when impacted. Lab tests show that depending on the impact, RAD liners reduced impact energy an additional 7.5% to 16.5%, averaging 12% energy reduction to the head in all liners tested. RAD liners are sized just like our standard sizing liners and fit into all S1 Lifer helmets and are covered in a sweat-absorbing, hand-washable terry cloth fabric. S1 RAD liners, next level protection. The S1 Lifer helmet is a culmination of innovation in design, quality, safety, and fit. The Lifer helmet features our specially formulated EPS foam called Fusion Foam, blending low, medium, and high density beads together to create our impact-reducing inner foam mold. The inner foam mold is what does all of the impact energy dispersion in the S1 Lifer helmet, and it is protected by our high rebound ABS outer plastic shell. The S1 Lifer helmet combines the safety of a certified multiple impact and certified high impact helmet with a comfortable, deep-fitting design. The Lifer helmet's progressive styling gives it a unique look while also showcasing more traditional features by combining 5 circular air vent holes with 6 teardrop air vents. The Lifer's adjustable strap sliders make it very easy to adjust the straps to fit a variety of comfortable strap positions. The Lifer helmet is fitted using our color-coded, adjustable, and sweat-absorbing sizing liners, fitting heads from 20.5 inches to 23.5 inches. Get a Lifer, be a Lifer.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Welcome back, guys, to the last game of the Northwestern Regionals for WFTDA. The game between Rose City Wheels of Justice and Happy Valley Roller Derby. That last jam of the first half, we did see Bonnie. I believe they had the highest scoring jam of the evening at 20 points. And they are the highest point scorer for Wheels of Justice, having scored 67 of those points. After that, it's Lauren with 43 points on the board, and then everybody else making a few points apiece, I believe. So we right now are standing at 170 for Wheels of Justice and Happy Valley at 14 points. We're 2 minutes away from the second half, so I hope you all have gotten your refreshments, your snacks, because you're not going to want to miss this second half, because there's so much more derby. What can you tell us about the penalties so far?
I would say it's been a very low penalty half so far. There's been a handful. The triple failure to return was particularly interesting to see. It's not something that happens that often. I mean, the events of that happen so often, but seldom do you have the quality of officiating that we have here tonight to be able to get all three of them called to the box at once and have them all go.
You are right. No, that's definitely not a common occurrence, really. So,
but that in mind, though, the penalty count is very low, which is solid. That can happen either way in a game where the score can be somewhat lopsided, where one team is really struggling with a lot of pack definition type penalties, things that would get them destructions or failure to return. But neither team is really struggling with that. Keeping it clean is excellent to see in the first half. And really, I would expect that to continue on to the second at this level of play. Not seeing a lot of that is fantastic.
That's correct. So Wheels of Justice right now are standing at 12 penalties to Happy Valley's 10. Looks like only number 401 on Wheels of Justice Tarantula is sitting at 3 penalties compared to the rest of their team, which maybe have like 1 or 2 apiece. And then Happy Valley with 2 skaters who have 3 penalties each, Booty Queen and I believe number 92, Katzenjammer
with the back blocks, yes.
Right, so hopefully with this second half, they'll just reflect on their wrongdoings and, sin less.
You got to give them props for putting it all out there and trying hard. Happy Valley hasn't given an inch.
Definitely holding their own against the number 1 seed of the tournament and technically in the world.
Both pivots playing the S1 pivot line, toe on the line game to get us started here in the second half. Rose City with the quick lead. Lauren Much wearing the star on the helmet. Much is back around in her first scoring pass. Scoots past the last Happy Valley blockers, picking up 4 points.
Oh, it looks like the jammer, Katzenjammer, being sent to the box for a back block penalty. So they'll sit in the 187 penalty box as Lauren Much just called a jam. So now we have a power start for the Wheels of Justice. Justice. All right, we're setting up at the S1 pivot line here. Stan the woman running some offense right off that whistle. Bonnie Thunder is running through the inside lane, getting some O here from OMG. OMG running back to support their team and holding back number 12, Cookie, the blocker for Happy Valley, who incidentally is being assessed a penalty and being sent to the 187 penalty box.
That was another blocking with the head penalty there for Cookie. She's heading into the box.
You do see the return of Katzenjammer onto the track, being held in the back of the pack into a tripod, but they just reach their arm out and pass the jammer duties off to their teammate. That is number 3460. That would be Chiringwa. Chiringwa now working against a 2-blocker formation here at the back. Does look and see that they are getting some offensive assist from their teammate. Bonnie Thunder's coming around for a scoring pass here, just as Katzenjammer runs some O here, but then quickly returns to the front of the pack to run some defense with their team here. Bonnie out on the outside lane, 4 points in the air.
3 scoring passes down for Bonnie now. That's 12 points in. Happy Valley still struggling on initial.
Yep, Chiringwa is being held at the back of the pack by Wheels of Justice, but we do see some offensive assists from a couple of the Happy Valley blockers, giving some daylight for Chiringwa. Let's go! Out and get some cheer from the crowd for having gotten out here. Bonnie Thunders gets knocked to the outside and called the jam. That is how many points? What was that? 16, 17?
16. 16 is the number.
Bringing them to 190. Wheels of Justice, Happy Valley, 14.
Correction, 2 additional points coming in at the end there, making it 18 points in that last jam.
Damn, every time.
Looked like the jam ref was consulting with the outside to get those last couple worked out. Series of penalties coming in here right off the start of the jam. 1 blocker for each team. Did not catch what they were, but I did see a direction, at least one of them.
Glow Job trying to strong arm their way through the pack at the back here. Wheels of Justice holding fast on Glow Job. Meanwhile, Zip coming around, meeting up with the tripod at the front from Happy Valley. Happy Valley trying to keep Zip down, but Zip refuses. Recycled a little bit from the inside, but gets through for a scoring pass. A little bit of a spill here at turn 1. Glow Job getting back up, getting some direction from their teammates. Gets the cover off, looks to Suki, who is the pivot for their team. Suki comes around, trying to run some offense or maybe take over jammer duties. Who knows? But not fast enough. It looks like Glow Job did come into the track just ahead of Tarantula, causing them to get assessed a cut track. Zip calls it just as the jammer is in the 187 penalty box. So we have a power start for Wheels of Justice.
16 points for Wheels of Justice in the last jam. Going into the next with the power start. Looks like Happy Valley is going to be down a blocker as well, giving Rose City the 1 blocker advantage. Evangelical was able to pick up a lead right in the apex there between turns 1 and 2, but went on out, had to recycle and power back out of the pack, which she's done and making her way around now for a scoring pass. Rose City Wall able to contain one of the Happy Valley blockers. Penalty box is emptied now, back to full strength.
Glow Job pushing their way to the front here, trying to separate Wheels of Justice along with the offense that's being run from Happy Valley here. Evangelical out on the outside lane looking to their bench, who tells them to keep going. Go, 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 Evangelical. Fly, fly.
Van Helican holding down a solid and steady pace. Happy Valley accomplishing a star pass there, able to put on the pressure and get out of the pack. Van Helical takes the opportunity to call off the jam after scoring 4 final points, making it 16-0 in that jam.
Happy Valley setting up at the top of the pack here, right on top of Wheels of Justice, but it looks like Beans running right up the line, allowing Lauren Much through the center of the pack, pretty much unopposed and assessed lead. Bam Bam, meanwhile, being held back by Wheels of Justice. Beans going in for some more to make things a little easy for Lauren Much, who takes the inside lane and is out for 4 points.
Beans' initial offense there was incredible. It was a one blocker on 2 blocker scenario and pushed both out of bounds, making that hole.
Suki now the jammer of record, having been past the star, knocked to the inside lane by Tenacity, and who rejoins with Tarantula and Alicia Nisbet Smith. Looks like they are assessing, talking to each other. Suki trying to go in with some force, but just ends up going down to the ground. Lauren Much now working the front of the pack here. No pack called, and Happy Valley lets Lauren Much through, because they're good listeners. Listen to your officials.
And avoid the penalties. They were able to reform there without picking up any penalties.
Right. All right, Suki going way back just to get some speed here. Looking to their offense, who are trying to break up that Wheels of Justice tripod. Suki just kind of at a loss of what to do next here. And quickly tries to go in on the inside line, but Tarantula knocks him to the inside lane. Lauren Much coming around for a scoring pass, picking up speed and takes the outside lane and calls it.
Timeout, Happy Valley.
What kind of timeout is it? That's my question. I think that's a team timeout.
That is a team timeout for Team White. It's worth noting in the last jam, not the last pass, Lauren Much had 4 points on that last pass, but the pass prior, she only had 3, as it was a no pass, no penalty there to the inside. One of the blockers fell. Much was able to get around, complete the pass, but -1 of the points.
Yeah, 26 points. I believe that's the highest scoring jam for Wheels of Justice, just surpassing Bonnie Thunders here, who previously had a 20-point jam. But, you know, who's counting? Maybe you, maybe the people in the Twitch chat. Not me.
For sure, the officials.
Well, they have to. That's their job.
That is their job. And our producer, thank you.
They're not paid for it, but they did volunteer to do that, and we appreciate you for that.
Not paid, but accepting the love that comes from it.
And we'll give you plenty of it. That's our currency here.
All right,
And
team
food.
timeout is concluded. Both teams line back up, 5 seconds showing. There's the whistle. Bonnie Thunder's wearing the star for Rose City, Valkyrie Vixen for Happy Valley. Both teams all jammed up here in turn 1.
Ha. Jammed.
Always intend your puns, always.
Vixen being held at the back of the pack in the strong tripod here of Stan, Simonis, and Levy. So Vixen with star in hand is looking for Suki. Suki's kind of preoccupied here with keeping track of Bonnie Thunders. Bonnie Thunders coming back on the inside lane, getting some O from OMG. OMG keeping track of what's going on behind them as well, multitasking as it were. Vixen being held back by Stan and Levy here, returning back to Simonis. Bonnie Thunder's coming around for a scoring pass, assessing where they can go around, and looks like the inside lane was the best lane. 4 points in the air for Bonnie Thunders.
Makes a total of 8 now, as that was the second scoring pass and coming around for the third.
Right. And then Stan running back Vixen. Vixen with star in hand. But it looks like Suki is the last person who tried to hold back Bonnie Thunders, who is out. Another 4 points in the air. Do hear some words from the bench. Who asks Bonnie to call it? And called it was.
4 final points going to Rose City, making the jam total 16.
Lots of love from the Twitch chat here. Some activists letting them know that there's good defense going on the track. Bellringer 88 just said Stan, and we do stand. Stan the woman. Off to the races here. We have Zip out with lead on the outside lane. Happy Valley just kind of bemoaning the fact that they just left that outside lane for Zip to take. Aerial Assault, meanwhile, being held by all 4 of Rose City blockers here. Bam Bam kind of keeping track of pack definition here. After Zip is out, Happy Valley now assessing to see if they need to run some offense here, but still preparing themselves for the return of Zip, who is coming around with some speed. Tarantula pushes them out far enough to cause a no pack, letting Zip through. We do see Aerial Assault looking to Bam Bam, but gets knocked to the outside lane. Recycled back by, I believe that may be Mia Polo? Is that Mia? Can't tell.
Number 2-4.
But
Can't quite see the rest.
either way, that tripod is holding fast here, trying to keep Bam Bam away from Aerial Assault, like star-crossed lovers. Bam Bam looking to take the back of the pack here to see if they can sneakily take the cover. The bench for Wheels of Justice is saying some words. Did I hear them? I'm not sure. Did Zip hear them is the better question. They did. They called the jam because they are good listeners. They listen to their coaches.
Aerial Assault able to get out of the pack and apply the pressure there. Have Rose City call off the jam. 17 points going to Rose in that last jam. Both teams at full strength going into jam 7 here of the second half.
There we go, spring roll through the inside lane, using their long-legged appeal to get out with lead. Meanwhile, Jugs is trying to pretty much skip around the tripod for Wheels of Justice, who is pretty decently containing Jugs. Jugs so far throughout today has had a lot of success in getting through. And they are a pretty quick jammer, but Wheels of Justice have been trained to keep track of these kind of jukey jammers.
Jukey jammers is a good way to see it. Jugs putting a lot of energy into this attempt to get through the initial pass. Gigantic grin on their face the entire time.
Because this is an exciting exchange. A lot of skipping, a lot of hopping, and a lot of smiles as Jugs out on their initial spring roll, out with 4 points, calls it. With another 4 points in the air. So 12 points assessed to Wheels of Justice, bringing them up to 295, keeping Happy Valley at 14. 15 minutes left in the second half of the final game in this tournament for day 1. This is just day 1. We still have 2 more days of Derby.
2 very full days at that.
And we're ready. Matchup of Lauren Much between Busy Hummingbird. Busy being held at the back of the pack as Lauren Much is assessed lead. Happy Valley running some offense here, but a nice little tripod at the front of the pack is ready to receive Lauren Much, but Nisbet Smith runs some breaking up that tripod just enough for Lauren Much to get out with 4 points. Now Happy Valley is reassessing and trying to run some offense here, just as the star is passed between Busy and Katzenjammer. Katzenjammer just kind of weaving and waving around this pack, trying to find their way around. Meeting up at the front of the pack with the pivot for Wheels of Justice, and out on their initial. Lauren Much pretty much cuts through the middle of the pack unopposed. Wheels of Justice now holding back Katzenjammer, who has hit the back of the pack. Some offense being run here from Happy Valley. Lauren Much goes in for an apex jump at turn 3, but does get knocked to the inside lane and then knocked to the outside. Recycled back by Happy Valley. Meanwhile, we see Katzenjammer trying to push their way to the front and is out. Katzenjammer making 4 points for Happy Valley. Lauren Much now looking to call it after making well-earned 16 points on the board. They have hit 311 Wheels of Justice. Happy Valley with 4 points in the air, bringing them up to 18.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the first points in the half for Happy Valley. That is correct.
Yep.
Happy Valley's fans here in the crowd celebrating each and every positive thing they've been able to do this half, feeding them energy.
We do see Bonnie Thunders out on the outside lane, assessed lead up against Glowjob, who is pushing their way through to the front of the pack, but now assessed a forearm, so we do see a power jam for Bonnie Thunders. Both the jammer and the pivot for Happy Valley are in the 187 penalty box. Oof. Ouch.
Several hard falls here at turn 1.
Rose City here proactively working on some offense, breaking up Happy Valley. Happy Valley does hit Bonnie Thunders down to the ground, momentarily keeping them down, but out with 4 points as we see the return of Glowjob and the pivot for Happy Valley. I believe that's aerial assault.
Glowjob tripped up there in the apex, but given an illegal contact and then an illegal procedure,
Yeah, they did not
that is 2
exit.
penalties. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Did not exit the track immediately and cut it short on the way to the box. Usually a good way to pick up a second penalty.
Always know which way to get out. Shortest way is not always the best way.
Just before the jam starts, looks like we got a team timeout, Rose City. Our DOA is an unaffiliated association of roller derby officials, skating officials, and non-skating officials from all rule sets, affectionately known as the Herd, fostering a culture of inclusion, professionalism, and learning. Find them on Facebook at Roller Derby Officials Association of Arizona to get plugged in.
Thank you to everyone who has stuck around for the final game of the evening on this lovely Friday evening. We appreciate you and your eyeballs watching this game. We may be a little tired, but nothing a little caffeine can't fix.
Or a lot of caffeine.
You know, that's an option if you don't want to sleep. But who would want to? It's the weekend.
No sleep on the weekend, no sleep derby. Would want the teams to sleep and be prepared for the next few days, but the rest of us can do without.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want, maybe, possibly. All right, so between the first and the second half, so Bonnie in the first half made 67 points, and then in the second half, 50. Lauren Much, 43 in the first half, and then 46 in the second half. Zip, 34 in the first, and then 33 in the second. Let's see what they'll do next.
Just under 11 minutes remaining in the half. Zip has picked up a quick lead, as they seem to do each time they come onto the track. Impressively quick, I would say. And now 4 points in. Penalty whistles coming in with a forearm call to the pivot, Happy Valley. That's a jammer and a blocker for Happy Valley now in the penalty box. Zip taking advantage of that, knocking out another 4-point pass. That's 3 scoring passes in. Zip breaking. Plow stop coming into the back of the pack, but able to slip through right there in turn 3 for an additional 4 points. Glowjob has returned to the track. Star in hand. .40 remaining in the jam. Zip now 20 points in. Successful star pass for Happy Valley. That's number 261, Carpe Jugulum, aka Jugs, able to apply the pressure. Unfortunately not pick up any points, but force the call off, making it 24-0 in that last jam. Wheels of Justice down 1 blocker going into the next jam, 3-on-4. Both jammers on the track, and that's Valkyrie Vixen for Happy Valley and Evian Helical for Rose City.
A lot of action in turn 1, a little bit of a spill here, but Evan Helical back up. 1 to beat and out. Assessed lead as they take the outside lane. Path to success.
Fantastic star pass for Happy Valley. Crowd cheering them on. Busy Hummingbird now wearing the star. Putting on that pressure. Not able to score any points, but keeping Rose to 3 in that last pass. Last pass looks like the whole jam, 3-0.
Do they need any more points? Look at it. 354 to 18 with less than 8 minutes left in the second half. How time flies. But we're getting set up here on the track. We have Lauren Much going up against Bam Bam. Lauren Much quickly running up the inside, having 2 more to go up against for Happy Valley. A lot of effort going into stopping Lauren Much, who spins out and is assessed lead. Meanwhile, Bam Bam working on the tripod in the back. Lex looking to see if they can run some offense, but sees Lauren Much coming up. Lauren Much out, 4 points.
Orange Crusher with Happy Valley heading to the penalty box with a forearm call there at the front. Lauren Much going for the assist there, and the teammate didn't quite work out.
No, but it did.
He was able to get through regardless. 4 more points.
Little fake out, takes the outside. 4 points. We see the return of number 801 for Happy Valley. I believe that's Orange Crusher, as you mentioned. Back on the track, ready to serve and protect their teammates. Lauren Much working up the front of the pack, got caught up in a pinch here. Meanwhile, Bam Bam working on their own tripod in the back. Looks like Mia Palau, Tenacity, and Alicia Nisbet-Smith. Quite the tripod, which is now a duo.
Even so, not one that I would want to try to get through or be able to.
We do see Suki in the 187 penalty box at the end of that jam, so, and is that the jam? I believe that is. Bam Bam in the box, along with Alicia Nisbet-Smith. So it looks like we are going on a power start here for Wheels of Justice in this next jam. And a timeout is being called. Team timeout for Happy Valley, just to breathe and reassess, have a little chat between Suki and Bam Bam here.
Coach checking in with his players. Going to go into the next jam 3-on-3 in the pack. But I got to hand it to Happy Valley. They coming in after playing already today and winning their game, doing a great job at it, knowing they're coming up against Rose, which has got to be intimidating. But to come into this, they have not left anything back.
They definitely went in this not expecting the win, but did come in with a lot of energy, a lot of smiles, a lot of hard hits.
And continuing that through all the way here into the second half. I haven't seen them taper off at all or give up or start just hanging out in the back of the pack, which you see when some people get gassed. They just can't do it anymore. But Happy Valley is not doing that after already playing today and coming up against a fresh Rose team at that. Rose hasn't had to play today.
Well, that comes with the title. So they get first dibs on when they get to play.
5 seconds up in the air. Taking us down to 5.5 minutes left in regulation play. Bonnie Thunders pick up the lead for Rose.
Bonnie going up against Pearl of Scars, and it looks like Cookie recycling them back to try to lead them into a tripod, but Rose City just breaks up the pack just enough for Bonnie Thunders to get through. We do see the return of Suki and Bam Bam onto the track. Whistle being called. Who is assessed the penalty? Who was that? Bam Bam?
Bam Bam back in. It looks to me like that was I'm going to guess with illegal re-entry. From the angle here is hard to tell, but that is what it looked like to me. Bonnie Thunders is called off the jam. Just before entering the back of the pack, looks like a strategy move to get a power start.
Yeah, so it looks like Bam Bam was assessed a cut there, so we're going to start in the box along with OMG WTF for Rose. So pack advantage to Happy Valley, 4-3. Zip working, running up, and takes the inside lane. Assessed lead here. Wheels of Justice working on some offense immediately for Zip, breaking up that pack. Wheels of Justice just giving it a second, as they did see Bam Bam standing in the box and now returning to the track. Tripod made up of Tenacity, Mia, and Tarantula. Mia Palau running them back. Zip coming around for some scoring passes here. Does get knocked down by Suki, who goes out with them. But recycled back by Orange Crusher. Orange Crusher leading them back up into the blocking formation here, but everyone's kind of broken up here.
Lots of recycling happening here on both teams' sides.
Looks like Orange Crusher is trying to lead Bam Bam into a star pass. So Kotzen Jammer now with the star on their helmet, Jammer of record. But as they come around, Zip calls the jam. Call the jam. Call the jam.
12-0 in that last jam for Rose.
Yeah, we are at 394 for Wheels of Justice. Happy Valley at 18. There's 2.5 minutes left in the second half. 15 jams in. Usually we get about 21 on average?
20 to 24 is what I've seen from time to time, depending on how the play goes.
Yeah, we might see less than that in this game. Or at least in the second half. And Spring Roll out. Assessed lead against Aerial Assault, who is now working against, I believe that was Levy, who knocked him to the inside lane. Aerial Assault tried for some jammer-on-jammer action, but Spring Roll just bounces off and is on their way with a scoring pass here. Simonis and Gallifrey are keeping contained Aerial Assault, who now has star in hand. They're trying to reach their pivot or try to strong on their way through the inside lane, pushing the pack forward. Tripod at the front of the pack now has a couple of Happy Valley players trying to work some O as they lost Spring Roll here, who is out with another 4 points on the board here. We have reached the 400 mark for Wheels of Justice.
Spring Roll slicing through again, making it look easy. The Happy Valley wall is set. Solid hard hit.
Yep, that might have downed the skater, and we're going to call that to allow a quick assessment. Let's get the camera away and let the medics do what they do best, and that's take care of our skaters. So give us a moment. We'll be right back. We have an official timeout to get that skater assessed. All right. Who do we have to thank for this fabulous weekend? More than one organization / entity, really. Smoothie King in Queen Creek. Visit Smoothie King in Queen Creek. Own your purpose, find your smoothie, and rule the day. Check out Smoothie King in Queen Creek. The king to the Queen Creek. Also, we have big ol' thanks to Rehab Lab Arizona. Whether you're struggling with pain or looking to enhance your athletic performance, you need a doctor who cares about your goals and will treat you the way you want to be treated. Dr. Ben uses wide range of skills to help weekend warriors and pro athletes alike. Move better, move stronger, heal faster. Go to rehablab.arizona.com and book an appointment today. All right, it looks like the skater is now being let off the track after being able to get back up. I believe that's number 12, Cookie, who is now being taken over to the warm embrace of the medics. We'll take care of them for the rest of this jam. Actually, the rest of this game. We're about to be done pretty much.
Yeah, just under 60 seconds remaining. There's a swooping whistle calling everybody back to the track.
One last jam.
It is highly likely this will be the final jam, though that's never for sure. But the way they've been playing the low jam count in this game, it's highly likely. Looks like we'll go into this jam full strength, 4-on-4. Lauren Much jamming for Rose.
And out with lead.
Quick lead.
Nice. Busy out on their initial, taking the inside lane. Warren Much being told to keep going. Busy knocked to the outside by Tenacity and recycled. Tenacity rejoining Tarantula and Elizabeth Smith. We do see Glowjob running some offense for Busy. Warren Much having gotten out of the pack, scoring 4 points here. Tenacity running them to the inside lane. Forearm being assessed to Tenacity for their efforts. So Tarantula is taking over their run back. And we have an unofficial score of 425 Wheels of Justice. 3 points made by Busy there, so that brings Happy Valley up to 21 points at the end of that jam. Let's give it a second until we hear the rolling whistle. We're not quite done yet.
There is that swooping whistle. We are now at final score. Congratulations go to Rose City Wheels of Justice. We appreciate each and every one of you, both those on Twitch and those here in the building, for showing up and supporting local roller derby, regional roller derby, and national. We also want to thank the venue and all of our volunteers who show up to put this on, from officials to people who tape the track, do the stats, and all the media production. Thank you for joining us today. And let's hear it for your winners, Rose City Wheels of Justice. And now, roller derby fans, let's hear it for Happy Valley.
Rose and Happy Valley, stick around. We will be giving you your MVPs, so stick around. Just so everybody knows, for the MVPs, Happy Valley had Orange Crusher as MVP blocker. MVP jammer was Busy, and for Team Spirit, that was Chiringua for Happy Valley. For Wheels of Justice, we had MVP blocker Beans, MVP jammer Lauren Much, and Team Spirit Gallifrey. Thank you all for sticking around for the final game. We will see you tomorrow.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
One of the most advanced, scientific, and accurate ways to show how much better the S1 Lifer helmet is versus the traditional soft foam skate helmet is to actually test these in an accredited, independent, third-party testing facility. This is the S1 Lifer helmet, which is constructed with our patented blend of EPS fusion foam. This is a traditional soft foam skate helmet, which is constructed with soft foam inserts. We're going to put helmets onto this head form that has an accelerometer in it that measures impact energy. The head form is connected to a computer that measures the amount of impact that gets to the head in a simulated impact. Basically what you're seeing is that the soft foam helmet is allowing the impact energy to go directly through the helmet and get to the head form. With the S1 Lifer helmet, the fusion foam is crushing that energy and dispersing it out and reducing it 4 times the amount the soft foam helmet did. The S1 Lifer helmet, a better, safer helmet. The S1 Pro knee pad is built to last and perform, blending highly durable fabrics and materials into an innovative design with exceptional craftsmanship. We use a very tough, military-grade ballistic nylon for the outer shell material. We triple-stitched every seam to prevent blowouts and reinforced all of the straps with additional stitching. Our top straps are made with a high-retention elastic that minimizes excessive stretching and incorporates a length adjustment system to allow you to lengthen or shorten the top strap. The inner knee cup mold is streamlined and deep-fitting and features a 4-tiered foam system, combining varying densities of foam with shock-dispersing foam to achieve both shock reduction and comfort on impact. The inner foam layer is a high-rebound memory foam which absorbs shock and molds to your knee on impact, stabilizing the knee, helping to prevent slippage. Our kneecap has a flat surface that supports stability on impact and is made with a high abrasion polycarbonate plastic for durability. The S1 Pro knee pad, stability, durability, functionality.